Watch me take some large Jenga blocks and turn them into a block snowman. My name is Amanda with Amanda Panda Projects, and this is such a fun and easy craft. I'm going to take you through how I did it, and you'll be whipping them up in no time. So I use the large Jenga blocks. You can get these on Amazon. They make them at Five Below. It might look a little complicated what I'm doing here, but all I'm doing is making them into blocks. I'm gluing them together. I'm using E6000 and hot glue to make sure that they stay together really well. So the first block that I'm making is going to be the middle, and I glued together 3 sets of 3. And then, or I'm sorry, 4 sets of 3, as you can see here. And then I decided that that wasn't quite big enough, so I ended up adding another layer. So it's going to be, in total, you'll see, it's going to be 4 sets of 4, okay? So I'm just gluing them all together using the both of them. So here I am doing the 3 sets of 3. And then I look at it and I'm like, you know what? It needs to be a little bigger. So I went ahead and I just made another row and then added that right on to the end. And there you go. So that is going to be our middle. Now for our top. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do 3 sets of 2 or 4 sets of 2. So I started off by just same thing I did before, gluing together 3 sets of 2. So I glue the one layer, I glue the middle layer, I glue the top layer. Then I glue them all together. And then once I had them all glued together, I set them on the top and I was like, you know what? It's not quite big enough. So I added one more on the top. So essentially these are the middle ones twice the size. It has 8 on the top and 16 in the middle. And then for the bottom, I had this crate from Dollar Tree. So I just decided to use that because it was the perfect size. You could also make the bottom by doing, you know, one layer bigger for the bottom. So once I had the base of the snowman all done, I went ahead and I painted them all white. I did a good 2 coats. I used white acrylic paint. You could use chalk paint. And then I had these adorable little wooden glasses that were gifted to me by Robbie's Crafting Corner. So I painted the glasses black. And for his nose, I'm just using some corrugated cardboard here that I already had like ripped apart and ready to go. I literally just ripped it into the shape of a triangle. Super easy. Painted that orange. And now it's time to put this bad boy together. So same thing, E6000. The hot glue, you guys, will work, but it's just not going to hold it together forever. If you're going to throw this thing in storage and then take it out of storage a year later, it might fall apart. So I just glued one on top of the other to make the shape of our snowman. And I like things grunged up. He is just a little bit too stark white for me. So I took my Kiehl's dark wax and just grunged him up. I went along all of the edges, all of the corners, a little bit on the sides, but mostly stayed around the edges and corners. So I grunged that once. Sorry, I got distracted because somebody I thought was coming to my door, but they did not knock. All right, so I grunged up the nose a little bit. And then we got to make his face. I took a spouncer, just a small little spouncer. I positioned where the eyes are going to be. And then I just spounced his little eyes there, made 2 like large round circles. I kept the eyes really simple. Used the end of a paintbrush and dotted just a little white dot in, not the middle, but on the insides of his eyes. And then glued the glasses down, and he's starting to look like a cute little snowman. For his nose, I didn't glue it all the way down. I just glued the end down so that it's like a little bit 3D and kind of like pops out a little. And then I got this awesome like maroon, cream and gold, like thick baker's twine from Home Goods, which I love. And I just cut a piece of that and then a little piece of some coffee stained cheesecloth. And I made him a cute little scarf. I say him, I don't know. I think it's a him. We glued some buttons to the front. I did 3 different sizes, a large, a medium, and a small little button. Glue that to the front. And then I realized I wanted to add a bell, a rusty bell. So I had to undo the scarf. And then I wanted to put the bell right on the scarf rather than gluing it. I just thought it looked better, and I know it will stay better like that. So I had to retie the scarf back on. And now he needs a little hang tag. I used a coffee stained hang tag from Home Goods. And I just stamped Burr on there because I'm going to give him earmuffs with his scarf. I just felt like Burr was the best way to go. I'm in San Diego. It doesn't really get snow, so I didn't want to write "Let It Snow." I grunged up the tag a little bit more, and then I glued that to his scarf. There we go. All right, now I was going to leave him with no hat. And then I was going to give him a hat. And then I decided I wanted to give him earmuffs. So I used some wired little jingle bell kind of thing from Dollar Tree. And I cut a scarf. This is a stocking that I got at a thrift store. I actually got it for Craftcation. It was left over. And I just cut a little chunk and hot glued it and just kind of scrunched it together into a little pom-pom for the earmuffs. So you guys, don't look at scarves at thrift stores, stockings. You can use all this stuff for crafting rather than buying fabric from the craft store. And it came out absolutely adorable. Now, I had these little mittens from Dollar Tree. They're little like wood stickers. And I don't know if I actually like them on there. I kind of like him without the arms. I just used some twigs and the mittens and I glued them to the side. But I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? I mean, the mittens are definitely cute, but I almost kind of like him without them. So I don't know. I'll probably keep him on there. I might rip him off. We'll just see how I feel next time I look at him. So it might fall off anyways because they're just hot glued on. But there he is, all done. I mean, come on. How stinking cute is this little DIY block snowman? I absolutely love him. If you would just share this video with a friend, get it out there. Lots of people need to see this cutie. And of course, let me know, what do you think in the comments? Let me know if you like those arms or not. And have a good